Hello, good morning again, my beautiful family on Facebook. How are you doing? For those of you who do not know me, my name is Denise Farrell, and I just wanted to stop in today to just share some thoughts that I was thinking about in reference to goals. But before that, I want to do a story. So this morning I got up, right? And I was making something and I plugged in my appliance and I'm ready to use it. I hit the start button and nothing happens. I examine the equipment. I push the start button again and nothing happens. I'm like, oh goodness, I'm going to have to buy another one. I think it's done. But then it dawned on me, check the plug. So I checked the plugs and guess what, guys? I'd plugged in the wrong machine. And I became aware that sometimes we plug into the wrong energy source, or we get plugged into we don't even get our machines ourselves plugged into the right energy sources. And oftentimes it's easy to get plugged into things that really it zaps your energy or gives you no energy. And some of us can think of those things right now, things that really lower your vibration, things that make you feel not so good, right? So what I'd like to talk to you today is raising your vibration and going after those goals. Remember those goals you set in January as your New Year's resolution? Did you forget about them? Or are you right on track? You want to pull those goals out and go after them. But first, you want to take your energy back. Oftentimes, it's easy, and I'm saying it's very easy to focus on the things that zap our energy. Maybe it's the TV, maybe it's negative news, maybe it's the good old fireside chat that would be gossiping, maybe it's just worrying. These are things that it's easy to get caught in them because that's what a lot of us do. And then there are a lot of us who don't do that. We focus our energies on what we want to accomplish. That's all we think about. And what I'm learning is that when you focus on what you want, suddenly you get drawn to it like a magnet. So if you have given up on your 2022 goals, or if you are wavering, or maybe you're still in high force, my intention with this chat today is to help you to go after it even more. All right. So, what I wanted to say to you too is, have you heard of Nikola Tesla? And this is a kind of like a 180 go, but I'm going to go right back around. So Nikola Tesla was one of the greatest inventors in mankind's history. And one thing he invented, broadcasting and radio signal. He invented neon lights, induction, the AC, and he invented a lot of things. Let's just say that, right? And one of the things that he was obsessed with was 369. And I'm going to talk to you about how to use this 369 formula to get to your goals. All right. It was said that when he was alive, he would actually walk around a building 6 times before he went into it. And this is what he said. He said, if you only knew the magnificence of 3, 6, and 9, those numbers, then you would know the key to the universe. So, in reference to your goals that you're working on in 2022, this is a simple strategy that will help you to achieve them and help you to focus in on them. So, the first thing you want to do as soon as you wake up is write your goal down 3 times. I am so happy and grateful now that I am, and whatever your goal is. And if you want to add a little bit of spice to it, you can say it out aloud as well, in addition to writing it down. What I've noticed is that writing something down is it just does something to the brain. It cements it in the brain. It creates these neural pathways that just makes things seem more solid. So you're going to write it down in the morning 3 times upon awakening. right? And you can say it too. At around lunchtime, you can write it down 6 times and you can say it too. The key to this, though, is that you want to make sure you're feeling it each time you write it down as if it were real. And then before you go off to bed, you write it down 9 times. And again, you can say it. Again, I will reiterate that the key is to feel the wish fulfilled. Feel as if the goal has happened. During the day, you want to act as if you already have it. So how would someone who already has that goal, how would they act? How would they be? One of the things that I've done is I've set an alarm on my phone that goes off every 30 minutes. And it's a way to remind myself to act like the person I intend on becoming. All right. So that way my body can get into the frequency of it. And the goal is to make sure that I'm raising my vibrational frequency higher and higher and higher. And when I'm acting as if I have what I want, then because I already have it, so I don't want it anymore. What are the emotions that I would experience? So some of the emotions I would experience is gratitude, some of them joy. And these emotions raise your vibration and raise your frequency. So remember, I keep talking about this emotion, frequency, and vibration a lot. And there's actually a chart. They have found a way to measure where we are when we feel certain emotions. All right. So I'm going to pull up the chart on the screen right now and just take a look and see where you are in reference to your frequency. So if you're anywhere at shame, guilt, fear, then you're either suffering or just getting by. If you are even in pride, if you're in courage or your willingness, you're in flow. And if you get to reason, love, joy, you're more in harmony with life. All right. So you want to make sure that when you're writing out your goals every day, that you are feeling gratitude for it. You're feeling love for it. You're feeling joy for it. And you pretend like throughout the day, you just act as if you already have what you want. That's all. And I want you to let me know how that is going to work out for you. You see, the reason why a lot of us do not get our goals is because we scatter our energies and we're looking here, there, everywhere. But the truth of the matter is, if you focus, like really focus on achieving the goal, and then practice during the day of what it would be like when you achieve the goal, what you'll notice is that things will start to change for you. Things will start to shift. And sometimes with the shift, you may get like some disruption. Maybe if your goal is for more abundance, you may lose your wallet. Or if your goal is for health, maybe your health might get worse. Or maybe it's for a promotion in your job and you get fired from your job. And you think, really, does this even work? Guys, I want you to continue. And then I want you to intensify the emotions, the gratitude, the joy of that you already have what you want. There's a story about a man who he wanted to achieve his goal. And actually, it was to get a promotion in his job. And what happened, in fact, was that he got fired. And he reaches out to his mentor and he says to his mentor, this stuff doesn't work because look, I just got fired. And his mentor said, keep on doing the work and keep on feeling and giving gratitude like you already have what you want. Well, within a couple weeks, he gets offered a job that is way better. He's now the vice president at that company and he's making twice the salary. All right. And then a couple weeks after that, the school that fired him offered him an even better position. So sometimes when you think that your dreams and your goals are not happening, or it's taking a longer time for things to come to fruition, just thrive, push through, dig deeper, imagine harder, believe more. And when you feel like just a little bit down because you just don't feel like it's happening, go take a walk, exercise to release that energy, or imagine. I've heard it said that imagination is the scissors of the mind. So just imagine what it would be like. Where would you shop? What would you be? Where would you eat, etc.? And what you'll find is that when you calm down from your fear, because really that was fear when you get anxious, then you just go back into flow and you start working on the goal again. The next thing is you want to do everything in your power this day to get the goal done. Everything. So that when you go to bed at night, you can say, I did my best. All right. I know Nikola Tesla, he really believed in the laws of the universe, and he really was a scientist, mathematician, everything. But he spent a lot of his time going after what he believed in. He worked and worked. He became obsessed with it. You want to become obsessed with what you want. Do the work. If your goal is to write blogs, write the blogs. Write, just do something, even if it's a hot mess. If your goal is to, like me, do lives, even if they're not perfect, just get started. What will happen is if you even get 1% better each day, just 1%, you will find that over the course of a year, you'll become really, really good if you practice and keep reviewing. And every night before you go to bed, ask yourself, what did I do right? And what could I improve? And when you go to the part about what could I improve, just make sure you really, really, really hone in on giving yourself gratitude and love for attempting to do the work. And then hone in on just what you could improve. This is not a beat you up session. It's just like, what could I do better? That's it. You're just analyzing it. No emotion to it. And the next day, you implement what you could have done better. All right. Guys, our goal is to make sure everyone is living their dreams in 2022 and beyond. It's for everyone to be happier. And one of the ways you can be happier is going after what you really, really want. Those dreams and goals, no matter how ridiculous they seem, they were given to you for a purpose. And you just go after it. I wouldn't tell anyone what my goal is, because sometimes people don't have the capacity to understand your goal. Sometimes because of your doubt in yourself, they may reflect that back to you like a mirror and tell you why you can't do it. But really, it's not necessarily them, it's you and your doubt. So that kind of reflects off them. I'll talk about that another time. But you want to just keep it to yourself and just practice having your wish fulfilled. That's all you got to do. So quick recap. You want to make sure you're connected to the right energy source. Make sure you're plugged into something that gives you energy. Then you want to make sure that 3 times a day, you are in the morning, you're writing out your goals and feeling it and imagining it. 6 times at noon, you do the same thing. And before you go to bed, you do the same thing. And of course, you always want to reevaluate your day, see what you could have done better, and then implement what you could have done better. Guys, I hope this created value for you. And let's raise that frequency. Let's raise that vibration. And guys, I want you to homework for you. I want you to look up the Schumann resonance. I heard that the human vibration is rising so much. The vibration on planet Earth is rising so much. And there's so many people shifting, and you are one of them. If you're watching this broadcast, you are one of them. So check out the Schumann resonance. Let me know if you got it. Resonance. Let me know in the chat what you think about it. And guys, I'll see you tomorrow. I want you to like this post, share it, and of course, leave a comment. Thank you, guys. I love you. Bye-bye.